Well, for more than 20 years, Virginia529 has offered saving solutions for those looking to save for college. And more recently, they discovered a program and launched a program that allows individuals with disabilities to also save with their future. Now, Virginia529 is conducting a study focused on retirement savings. We're joined today by CEO Mary Morris. It is wonderful to see you, Mary.
Hey, it's good to see you, Jessica. It's been a while.
It has been a while, but you know what? Your team has been incredibly busy through all of this. So many folks have so many questions, and now busy with a brand new study looking ahead to some future possibilities.
Right. We were asked in January during the last General Assembly session. This is it's a topic that's been around for a number of years across the country. Virginia has studied this a couple of times before. We assisted with the Virginia retirement system a number of years ago. CNU did a study a couple of years ago, and now the General Assembly has asked us to take a look at state facilitated private retirement programs.
It's interesting because given the track record, certainly that you have in the performance record with savings for college, that makes sense. But why would we be looking at retirement? Why would that be something that you would focus on?
Well, interestingly, it is surprising. The last CNU study found in Virginia what is similar across the country. Over half of Virginians, that's almost 2 million, working age individuals, do not have any retirement plan other than Social Security. And that is pretty consistent across the country. The reason for that, the vast majority of them, it's because their employer doesn't offer a retirement option. And most people, that's how they get started. They work with their employer, they have an opportunity, the employer makes it easy. And so many Virginians, and I'm a boomer, too many baby boomers are approaching retirement age or have reached retirement age, and they really don't have a safety net. They don't have a retirement plan. And so states have been looking at this for a while. The private sector obviously offers a lot of options, but not everyone's taking advantage. And so this is a way to look at, should the state be offering this option for individuals, a way for employers to easily provide this type of opportunity to their employees to be able to prepare for the future.
It's interesting. And should something like this come to be, would the idea be that everyone is required to sign up?
So there are a number of models. And again, we're not advocating one way or the other. Right now, we're trying to study the landscape. And so our report, we're using a lot of individuals, our report will be comprehensive and look at the models. And so there are some where it's voluntary for the employer. There's one called a marketplace where you simply make some things available. The one that's been most popular across the country has been what's called an auto IRA. And that is would require the employer to participate. They often require that the employee be enrolled, but the employee always has the opportunity to opt out. So in any model, it is always strictly voluntary with the employee, whether they would participate or not. It just makes it easier to get started.
And I know you are a big fan of that, of keeping the process very easy, very streamlined. With something like this, is Virginia, which innovates in so many different ways, the first state to do something like this?
We're not, and that probably would be an advantage because we can learn from the other states that have done this. It wouldn't be an easy lift, but we have seen 12 or 13 states, I think, right now are already on the path. There are only 3 states that have an open program, and they've only been open within the last year. So I like to think that we would innovate if we should decide to do it, and maybe figure out the best way to do it. But it is something that's been studied for a long time. We've looked at it. We've been following it at Virginia529 because it's interesting. I think we were asked because we already provide savings programs, obviously, for individuals. We know how to do the outreach. We know how to do the marketing and get the word out. And so that's what we're trying to do with this study. We actually have a landing page at virginia529.com/retirement-study. I know you'll have that up on the boards and on your website. We really would like to hear from people. So we've been running an employer survey. We run an employee survey. We want to hear from people what they think about this as a concept. Should states be involved? Should Virginia offer this? Again, the cost, there's really no cost to the employer. The cost to the employee, if they choose to participate, is a piece of their earnings and they get to invest them. But we want to hear from people. So if they go to that landing page, you can sign up to get information. There's a ton of information there. Employers that don't offer a retirement option can complete our survey. and let us know what they think. Is this a good idea, bad idea, and how might it work?
Absolutely. And be part of that conversation. Mary Morris, thank you for making time.
Well, thanks for having us. Really, we just want to get the word out and see what people think.
Absolutely. And you are 100% right. We will share that link so that everyone can go in, and especially so that you can hear from the employers and share their thoughts. It'll be on WTVR.com/VTM with a direct link right there. Thank you so much, Mary.
Perfect. Thanks, Jessica. Good talking to you.
For more information, visit Virginia529.com/retirement-study or privateretirementstudyva.com. Bill, that was a really interesting conversation. What'd you think?
You know what? This is the first I've heard of this, and it's amazing because the Virginia 529, which, full disclosure, I had my kids in the education part of it, and it was a lifesaver for our family. And to think that they're actually looking at helping folks with retirement, the Virginia 529 Education Fund is one of the best in the country. So if they're looking at it and they're studying it, then I think this is going to be a home run for everybody, especially those of us who are getting close to retirement and being able to put some money aside, that much needed money for retirement. These folks are really good at what they do.
Absolutely, absolutely. A trusted organization that's committed to helping the community and making sure that people are comfortable in their financial decisions. So this is going to be really helpful for all of those out there who may be trying to navigate retirement, who may be trying to save better for their retirement and for their future. So I am so happy to hear that this is happening. I think it's never too early to start thinking about it.
Yeah, I wish Jess had given us a heads up that we were going to be doing this, because I would have already been looking at it and got a head start. But it's not too late for you. You can go to WTVR.com/VTM, and we'll have all the information later today on our website. And you can take a look at that, because it sounded really interesting. The auto IRA, I think is what she called, was the most popular one. Obviously, everybody's different. Everybody's got different needs and wants. So make sure you check it out. And if you're interested, we'll have the information up for you later today.